Good morning, it is Friday. We are back at Timber Kit. So we have come to finish off the Ubiquity point-to-point bridges, the wireless bridges. We've come to finish off the CCTV, do complete handover. I'm on my own. There's no Ash with me today, nobody else with me. We're on site, none of the workers are here. Everybody's already broke up for Christmas, which is nice. So the guys have very kindly opened up for me this morning. Just been greeted by a lovely man that's offered me a coffee first thing in the morning. So obviously it's going to be a good day, good start. So we're going to get cracking today. We've got new camera mount, so we can do some POV style today, up the ladders, just in the cameras, this, that and the other. So that should be pretty cool. But I think ultimately we're just going to crack on. We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 wireless bridge links to configure. So one's going to be set up as the access point, which is where the CCTV recorder will be, that side of the building. One on this end where I am currently, which is where you saw the majority of the content from, I want to say Monday. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Either or. And then we've got the middle unit to configure as well, which is the middle unit's got 2 or 3 cameras on. This unit's bringing 5 cameras back, and then we've got another 2 additional on the first building as we come in. So yeah, we've got 8, 9 cameras to basically configure today, get them all up on the network, up and running, bish bash bosh, done. So hopefully it all goes nice and smoothly, but it's a Friday, it's just before Christmas, so probably not, but hey ho, take it with a pinch of salt, see how we get on. So let's get right into it. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, please subscribe, like, comment. The comments help massively because it kind of gives me a better understanding as to what you want to see more of. You guys predominantly ask for more CCTV, so we're trying to do a little bit more content on that, and I think this is a pretty cool one to get you involved with. We're also going to be dropping a video, I think potentially Sunday evening as well, so you guys have got the opportunity of having 3 uploads this week, which is cool. So the more content the better, of course. So let's just get right into it. Enjoy. What a legend. So this is how we left it from last time. Box ready, spurs in. Good stuff. Okay, so at the minute, this is where we're at. We've got the lid off. Got my laptop plugged into the switch, ready to configure these cameras up top. Configure the Ubiquity, few spurs in, bish bash bosh. But we've got a problem. I've of course lost the kettle lead to my laptop charger, and of course I've got no laptop battery. So what I think I'm gonna have to do, oh hang on. Yeah, so that will fit, but I'm gonna have to go and chop this plug top off, aren't I? Jesus. Check this out, guys. You join me, POV style. Okay, so as you've just seen, we've obviously got a bit of a dilemma. I wouldn't usually do this. However, based on the fact that I don't have kettle lead for my laptop charger, I'm gonna cut that plug off, strip a new one, make a new one off for the laptop charger, so we can at least crack on and do some work. That is the idea. Now, where is my trusty old blade? Don't know about you guys, but this, oh gosh, Unilite to the rescue. Cool, yeah, let's just get this bad boy stripped. I don't know about you, but I love stripping these, similar to 8-core. A little twist. This is a temporary solution. What we'll do, once I've done this, we'll have a walk round. We will show you exactly what we're doing with, show exactly what we're doing with the camera repositionings and the rest of it, okay? We'll go through the lot, just so you guys have got a better understanding of exactly what it is that we are doing here. Get that done. Is that going to be popped out enough? Not quite. Get what we need to get done, and then we are on the road to success, as some would say. And it's nearly Christmas. Can't believe it. Can't believe it is nearly Christmas. It's scary. I'm not the Grinch though this year, so we're not, myself and partner, we're not doing Christmas presents, purely because I've just bought the house. All the money's kind of tied up in the house now, really, if you like. So things are a little bit expensive, to say the least. So for that reason, we're not really going to be doing Christmas this year. But call me the Grinch as much as you like, but that's just is what it is. So that's the sketch for this year. Man, I love these screwdrivers, these rare ones. Absolutely stunning. They're perfect for doing things like alarm panel, if you're commissioning things like alarm panels, things that have got a lot of little pin tops, or even plug heads, quite obviously. So get this in now. Get the laptop charged before it dies. And then sit that pin back in. And then we're going to be on to a winner. So we're getting there slowly, guys. We're getting there slowly. That gentleman this morning that's made me that coffee, mate, absolutely stunning. But if you're anything like me, I need the toilet. So, yeah. But get this done. Rapid change. You know those guys on TikTok that like change things like ridiculously quick? I feel like that's me right now. Nah, is it how? I ain't never going to be as quick as them. One day, baby, one day. Oh, 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 sweet child of mine. So that is a plug top, basically. Look at that, work of art. So let's get a lid back on. Let's get him screwed down. Beautiful. Look at that. You'd never tell the difference, would you? Can you imagine if this didn't fit now? Perfect. Right. Let's get this bad boy on charge. Plug him straight in. Lovely stuff. We are good to go. Right, let's jump straight back in onto the laptop. Anytime today. We are 1000% taking this little bad boy for a rip today. 110%. We are on. First thing we need to do is, so we have got a configuration tool, which is here, that is specially made for TWO, which is of course the brand of cameras that we're working with. So I'm going to jump on the config tool. Yes, definitely agree to all the T's and C's. Refresh. Of course, search settings, just do current segment search. So if we go for current segment search, okay, let it run on that. So here we go. So we've got our 4 cameras that have come up online. I'm actually missing one here. So the first thing I like to do is initialize them one by one. So select the first one, initialize 1.108. Yeah, we'll soon change that IP address. Create a password, which you're definitely not going to see, and go from there. Activated. So that is our first camera done. Finish. Cool. So that's now sitting on 1.108, which is the standard IP address that they come in at. What I'm going to do is web browse into it right now. Web browse in when it wants to work. Do you know what? It would help if I changed my IP address, wouldn't it? So we're going to be putting everything here on a 1 range. So 192.168.1. So on. So let's go to our Ethernet settings, change that from DHCP to manual. IPv4 192.168.1. Let's go 180, because I know what range I'm going to be working with. So the reason we put 180 is if we're looking for an IP address that's, say, 1.79, it needs to be able to search up to 180 to be able to see that. if that makes any sense. .255.0. Christ. Let's go for save. Where are you? Save. Right, now you should probably find now that this camera should now load up onto the web browser. Let's give them a go. Watch it not work now, that'd just be so funny. Anytime today. Cool, looks like we're loading in. 192.168.1.108. So what I want to do now is log into this, change the IP address. So I'm going to have all the cameras on a set IP address, and then same as the Ubiquiti wireless bridge, we're going to put that on a different range as well. Right, we seem to be having a problem. So when these cameras come out from the manufacturers, you should have, they should be set to the standard IP address, which these are granted. Now, one of them wasn't initialized, so when I went to initialize this camera into our username, password, and web browse into it, it doesn't seem to be wanting to take to it. It's not allowing me to change. In fact, let's try and do it this way. So if we go 192.168.1. I don't know, 140 something, 255. Oh gosh, what am I doing? 255.255.255.0. Gateway 192.168.1.1. Okay. Is it going to change? Modify IP, unknown error. Okay, that's not ideal, really, is it? Let's be honest. Cool. So we are in to the nano station. Right, it's going to actually let me do anything because this laptop's just being absolutely ridiculous today. For some unknown reason. Press continue using the default administrator password. I know. So I've logged in as default admin at the minute. Wait for this page to become responsive. It wants to. It's thinking about it. I don't know what's happening today with this laptop. It seems to just have a world of its own. Maybe it's my dodgy lead. Right, cool. So the wireless mode that we want this to be in is station. That's a station, so that's a single unit. Access point that we can see below here is going to be for the other side. So we're going to set this up as station. Lock to IP, yes, transparent bridge mode. Okay, we don't need that. United Kingdom, it's going to be on auto, 20 over 40 megahertz, 16 decibels. Output power, we're going to leave it on, let's say 15. Because we aren't doing a great distance with this. It doesn't really need it. We'll have WPA2 passcode, which is going to be Mac. Okay. That's in. That's absolutely fine. So we'll change those. Change that, save our changes, apply them. That's going to be that set up, good to go. And then we'll have to come back to this side after we've done the access point. But with these cameras at the minute, I seem to be having an issue with accessing them. So we'll go and hop on that scissor lift in a minute, get up top to that camera, reset it, come back down and see what we're dealing with. I think that's the plan, guys. But for now, let's get the rest of this bad boy set up. Gosh, this is so slow. This is like painfully slow. Do I want to change my password? Yes, I do. Okay, so cool. Change my password. Done. Right then. Network mode bridge. Yes. Disable network. No. Configuration mode simple because I'm a simple type of guy. 1.40. That way it's 1.1.8.8.8.8 for our primary DNS IP. Okay, so here you can see this is all now set up. IP address, netmask, gateway, primary DNS, that's all set up, good to go. So we'll change that. Change. Now, to be fair to you, I also need to be making note of this as I go along because I'm going to have to create a program afterwards create a little bit of a program for the other guys that come here as to what is what. Tell you what, we're going to come back to the cameras. Let's jump straight into the Ubiquiti 2.168.1.20. So, the Ubiquiti, this is our wireless bridge link. So this is what's going to be sending our cameras from point A to point B. Now, the standard IP address on these out the box is always 1.20, 192.168.1.20. So we're going to try and log into this now. For some reason, this has been really, really slow today. Which I'll be honest, I ain't really digging. You know, I could do without this. Okay, so username is going to be admin. Password is going to be, let's put you there while I type that. 319, country, United Kingdom or Afghanistan. I'll tell you what, that's absolutely insane. So I couldn't log into these previously. Now I'm actually into the system. And I've rebooted the laptop. It's now let me in. So first thing we're going to do is jump across. Where is my network? Network. Can't remember. I've got a feeling I need to do it through Smart PSS. Let's have a quick look. Network. Right then. We're going to chuck this on 1.140. For DNS, gateways all in there. Absolutely fine. That's cool. We'll apply those changes. So this camera is now going to sit on 1.40. Now it's going to ask us to log back in again, which is not a problem. Admin. Luke. MIC. Should let us straight back in. Awesome. Okay, so now we know we've got one camera on. Perfect. We're on to a winner. Now, what I did just do previously as well, to avoid these start conflicting with themselves, because obviously they all come in as 1.108. General good practice is to basically just put each camera into the switch one by one, so you're not conflicting the IP addresses then. So we're going to plug another camera in, wait till he starts trafficking. Is he going to come in? Yes. Right, that's in. So now, if we come back down to the laptop, refresh, should see another camera in. He says, should come in any minute. Come on. Close this down. Open up our config tool again. Who likes my lighthouse? How cute. Application is already running. Is it really? Control Alt Delete. Come on. Yes, I do. Right, so if I click agree, refresh, of course, search setting, current segment search. Let's get rid of that. Okay, go for it. 1. That is weird. Go for other segments as well, just in case. Strange. So then, I've just very quickly initialized all 4 cameras that we've got on here at the minute. So as you can see now, we're sitting on .40, 41, 42, 43. So those are the 4 IP network cameras done. Now, we've got 5 cameras on this switch. One that's not sending and receiving data, it's not trafficking, and it's the one that's at the very top corner over there. So we're going to go jump in the scissor lift. We're going to head over there and sort the problem out. Probably a cable end. And if it is, then Ash, it's all your fault. Steady on drive, moving a bit quick here. Give us some tones. Right. We'll get there in approximately 2 to 5 working days. Up we go. Here is said problematic camera. So let's see what Ash has done here. So I reckon it's all going to be Ash's fault because, well, why wouldn't it be? Ash, if you're watching this, sorry mate, but I've got to blame someone, haven't I? Okay, let's have a look what's going on here. So he's got his cable. Obviously he's left a load of slack cable here because we've got a load of slack. Now, really, I should be using my lovely screwdriver kit that I've got to take this camera apart, but I've just left it over the other side, so let's take this bad boy apart. Get him undone, see what the problem is. Suspect it's probably just a cable end. I mean, it's one of those things, it happens. Can't get it good every time, can you? So, take the unit, leave the camera itself like that, like so for now. Right then, Ashley, let's have a look what you have done, sir. So, drop the camera, leave the camera down here just for now. Not with the lens scratching the floor. Let's have a look. So, okay, I found the problem straight away. So, don't know if that's going to focus enough. Ashley, you naughty, naughty bloke. The brown is just not, it's not sitting right. You've used the pass-through on here. Let's do a quick cable change. Do you guys want to see the world's fastest RJ45 change? Because I know you do. Crimpers. Help have had all the tools ready, wouldn't it? So we'll change this end quickly. I have also lost my beautiful, beautiful client strippers. So I'm using my Amazon specials today because they do the job. Okay? So don't start hating me because I'm using the cheap crimpers. It's one of those things. Now, this is a bit of a controversial topic, but people love unwinding the strands with a screwdriver. Usually Sparkies are pretty guilty for it, actually. Why? Just, there's literally no need whatsoever. Just use your fingers. Use your fingers, straighten the strands out like so. Not putting too much pressure on them, so you're not going to damage the copper. Remember, the copper is really, really thin on these. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. That brown pairing. Now, I'll show you what I like to do in a minute. I like to chop them down before I send it through the pass-through. That's another thing, pass-throughs, non-pass-through cables. Some people love them, some people hate them. Me personally, I don't mind. I use both, you know. So it's one of those things. Doesn't really faze me. Chuck an end on. Ashley, you're going to be in big, big trouble, mate, when you see this video. That's our end on. Important thing is to always remember that the sleeving comes within your crimp down point. That's my ends. Double check your colours if you need to. Get your crimping tool. Pass him through. Like so, he says. There we are. Use the blade to chop him down. And that is that. Beautiful. Give him another one just for good luck. Good stuff. So we'll get that camera plugged back in, and I can almost guarantee you 99.9% that is now going to work. So yeah, that is the cable end now changed. All good. Covering this section of the unit. Camera's up. Looking pretty. I've just repositioned it a little bit. Better field of view. Looking good. Let's get our old lifter down and get cracking. Reckon we can get this lifter doing some donuts or what? Oh! Promise I'm really busy today. Tell you what, Ash, just for that, I'm going to insert a clip now of Ash falling off his step ladders. Just because I've had to do that. You know what I mean, Ash? You could have avoided that, mate, but let's have a look. Is that now trafficking? What a surprise. Yes, it is. So we should now find that camera up on our config tool. He says, if I actually plugged my patch lead in properly, that might help, mightn't it? Let's set you up on here for a bit so you can look at this ugly face. Right, initialized. There it is, camera number 5. Now, I've already jotted down what I want to give this camera in terms of IP address. So, Password done. What? No, they don't. You are right. What? Okay. So, password is done. Web browsing to this now. Give it its IP address. Wait for this one to be activated. 3, 2, 1, done. Web browsing. That's sitting on 1.108. Admin. Of course, our password. In. Let's go. Cool. Now, surprise, surprise. I bet we get an image. Oh, look. Would you look at that? Thanks, Ash. Right, network. Change the IP address of this bad boy, which is 1.44. Nearly did 43 then. That would have been dangerous, wouldn't it? Done. Right. Get me the hell off this page. Goodbye. So that's that done. Every single camera initialized. All 5 cameras are up online. Ubiquity's done. It is now time to head over to the other side and get cracking. Whew. Boy, oh boy, am I cold. Right, if I remember rightly, yes, this is our switching unit. Do you know what? I'm going to struggle with powering this a little bit, I think. I think we're going to have to do some very slight modification here. In fact, I think we're going to have to fit a new box. I think we are. Let's get it up and running first, and then let's fit a new IP box and make all this look a lot better. Right, brought the big guns in. So this is the existing cab, if that's what you want to call it. Dahua switch in there, 4-port PoE Dahua switch. Some old Tampa switch that obviously doesn't work. Now, and lovely cable entry. I could have used this, but for the sake of it, sorry, I'm going to fit a new box. Put some stuffing glands on it. Fit this existing extension lead inside and just make do with that. You know, I can't leave it in that state really. Let's go and get the net cam. Let's go. Woo! Right then, let's get this show on the road. First things first, do not turn off. Well, sorry, but in this instance I'm going to have to. So our cameras are already labelled up so we know which cables they are. The weird thing is I've got 2 cables here for the link that were already pulled in previously, and they both labelled up link, but there's only 1 cable at the top. So we'll have to figure that one out for ourselves. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to try and get this switch off. First job is get this horrendous box off the wall, because it's just no good to anyone. Let's get them off. I don't think they've even used wall plugs or any type of appropriate fixing, which is nice. Always good to see. Have them off. We don't want none of this rubbish. So that's our box successfully off the wall. Now I know that this hasn't got an end on, so it should be able to pull through fairly easily. These guys should all pull through, and that is that off the wall. We'll unwire this plug top now, get that sorted. Let's start fitting the new one. Seem to be in popular demand today with these rewirable plug tops. Can't beat good old plug top, can you guys? You know what I mean? Loop the neutral earth live. Okay. Of course it's not going to come off that easily, is it, Will? Why would it? Why would it? Cool. Right then. Let's get this box made off, drilled out, ready to go. Tell you what, these Armeg bits, right, they're absolutely incredible. Now, there's one. Lovely stuff. Thank you. Get the old reamer tool on that in a minute. That'll be ready. How many do we need now? So we want 1 for our cable coming in for our power. Then up top, we're going to have 2. doesn't want to come off. Another one. Potentially. Now what I sometimes like to do is just drill out another one there just in case, because 9 times out of 10 we usually end up coming back to these sites for additional cameras and all the rest of it, and we seem to end up not having the space, so I'll just pre-drill them out ready. The old uni light on the go. This is my reamer tool for today because I've actually lost it. It's another thing I need to add to the Christmas list. So this is just good practice, guys, to do it. You'll just find that your stuffing glands and so on fits so much better by doing it. Lovely. Right, we want ourselves 3 stuffing glands. 2, 3. Let's go with the bottom first. Just nice and tight. 1. Our other 2 to go. Okay then, let's get this fitted. These pigtails are awesome. If you've never used them before, they are absolutely ace. The only thing I do find is, if you do seem to take your screw out afterwards, after you've got your fixing in place, these will literally rip out the wall with it. It's the only downside to it. I've been following a guy on TikTok. There goes the IP box. Been following a guy on TikTok that I presume, by the looks of it, he's just actually made his own brand of plasterboard fixings. I can't remember what they're called. If I remember, I'll put a short clip in. But they look really, really cool. I guess each their own. I enjoy using these. They're easy enough to use. But yeah, let's get this one more. Cool. 1 fixing in. We're bang on level. Let's get the rest in. Cool. Next one. Oh, happy days. Happy days. Oh, happy days. Cool. Bang on. Now then, next job. We're going to get the power into the IP box now, which essentially is going to come from the bottom, from this socket, extension lead in as a temporary feed, until they decide that they want to have a nice double socket installed inside. So I've obviously got an IP box large enough just to accommodate for that. So our extension lead, that is a good question. Extension lead is here. So again, rewirable plug top. We'll get this off, feeding through, show you what it is looking like. So then, that is the plug top head back on. Okay, get that wired in. That's that. So we will now have power into our IP box, fed from this beautiful extension lead, which I will try and tidy it up, but we'll see. Let's make off some RJ45 ends. So, because I've cut all the cables to get them all back through the glands, now I'm going to remake all the cable ends off, get them all in, done and dusted, and ready to go. So what we'll do, obviously fit these, get all the cables stripped back, prepped, put the switch into the IP box, see what we've got on, see what we've got off. We're going to have to reassign the cameras on this side of the building to the new IP addresses to suit the other ones, suit the other range. So these are all going to be on 1 dot as well. 1 dot range. And then we are going to get the Ubiquity on, the second one that we've just fitted outside that you've just seen. Get that up, get that powered, configure that side, and get it ready to be installed on the last access point to the building. To be fair, we've still actually got a fair bit of work left to do here because we've got an NVR to set up yet. We've still got to set up the recorder and all the rest of it. So, yeah, there is still quite a fair bit to do, actually. Might potentially be having one of the lads come over and give us a chuck, Simon. But we're just going to have to see how we get on, I think. But I've just realised my chicken and rice is in my laptop bag. God knows why. I tell you what, you guys wait and see what I've got ready and set up for my lunch today. I tell you what, it's going to blow your mind. Cannot wait to use it. I would say I'd use this microwave in here, but I've just pinched the extension lead for it, so I'm going to have to go find another microwave. Get that food nice and warm. Now, I've got 2 link cables here, I'll be honest. I don't know which one it is. So all I'm going to do, I've plugged one of them into the PoE port, as you can see. And the other one's going to go into the LAN, which feeds my laptop with that data, so I can receive what's going on. Laptop's on charge with our makeshift kettle lead that we made earlier. Come on. Right, we don't need any of this. Let's have a bit of a tidy up. Cool, bit of a result there. So I've managed to get into the next one that we've just fitted at the top. This is, remember guys, this is on the middle building. So this one is going to be a station as well. Oh, United Kingdom. This one is going to be set up as a station as the previous building was. And then the next one is going to be the access point where we can at least get these two connected. I'm going to have to come back over here, sort all of this mess out. Start getting things connected and then start setting up the MVR. We have actually got a bit of cable finding to do on the other side as well, because I don't know where the cable goes for the other access point that's already in situ, so that'll be fun. Can't tell me, I know it's not exactly perfect, but it looks a hell of a lot better than what we were dealing with before. So that's done, that's all configured. We've got to go over to that side now. Mounted Ubiquity, in fact, exactly where that camera is, directly above there. So let's go get that fitted, get that side done. So here is a clear example for you guys. So I'm sat in the office now. This is the main building, this building, next building, and then the other one is the furthest one across. I've just fitted the link up here. And this is me dialing into the cameras on the other side of the yard. So we'll try another one. 168.1.142, because that is another camera I know of. Wait for that to load in. What's actually funny is they're loading over here a lot quicker than they were over there. 933. Cool. This will be another camera. There you go, there's the internal side of the next yard. We're getting there. You know what time of day it is. Chicken, rice and pasta. The link is connected successfully, as I've just shown you previously, because we're dialing into the cameras. This is now giving us our TX and RX, which is send and receive data. Giving us our chart. They're connected. I've still got to connect the middle building. And then we should be getting there. We're one step closer. And there is your second example. So that camera is not from this building. It's not from the building next door. It's the furthest one away. That's coming all the way back across onto the link. And I'm plugged at the minute directly into a network switch in the office. Now, this has got a link that goes about directly to the MBR. So it's looking good so far. Cool. So in here that you can't really see a lot of 8-channel machine that's existing, that's coming out. We're replacing it with this 16-channel machine from TWO. Then we'll get all the cameras on there and see how it looks. So then guys, to the end point of the install works. As you can see, we've got all 9 cameras up online. New 16-channel machine installed. Didn't want it in the comms cab, so it's sitting on here for now temporarily. Fibre line, all online. Job is done. Now you will join me back in the van. Yes, team, you join me back in the van. As I said on the previous clip, that is the job completed now, completely boxed off from start to finish. You've seen the part 1 and now part 2. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of, obviously, the POV, the net cam style as well, because it's a completely different type of recording I'm trying now. So let me know what you guys think, if you much prefer it or not. And yeah, I hope you've really enjoyed the video. If there's anything you're not really too sure of what I've done in the video, or if you want a little bit more information about the wireless bridges, let me know. Hit me up in the comments, tag me up, and I'll answer all the questions that I possibly can for you, of course, as always. But that was a really good little job. We've done it across 2 days. First fixed it on the first day. In fact, that's a lie. We first and second fixed it on the first day. Second day being today, I've come back just to basically configure the rest of it, do a little bit of tidy up, make things look a little bit prettier. And here we are at the end of the video. So look, guys, as I said, I hope you've enjoyed it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace. Oh, and have a bloody lovely Christmas.